Good morning, Guardians. The Hijab Gamer here, and it is Friday. Finally. That means looking forward to a long weekend of video games. We'll be live streaming. I finally picked up Steel Rising. This looks really, really cool. Looking forward to it. In addition, Friday means Xur. And as you can see, we are in the tower. The old tower. Which means I need to start with the usual disclaimers. First and most important, this is the original Destiny. Destiny 1. The first Destiny. You can tell it by the tower. I miss this tower. I like this tower. So, original Destiny. Second, Xur is only in the tower, or wherever he happens to be, in original Destiny for 48 hours. So, while it is 6 a.m. here for me in New Jersey, Eastern Daylight Time, he will be gone from the tower by Sunday, Eastern Daylight Time. So, Sunday morning, 5 a.m., he leaves for me in New Jersey. Based on your location, the time might change. 48 hours. Now, because I'm going to be, by the time I upload this, you probably have less than 47 hours. My recommendation, if you don't want to do the whole time zone calculation, which one of these days I'll put a chart up on the community tab. Set a time stopwatch for like 45 hours. Give yourself some wiggle room. That's how much time you have before Xur leaves. Again, original Destiny, you only have less than 48 hours. I know in Destiny 2 he leaves when on Tuesday at the reset, and the reset in Destiny 2 is later than Destiny 1. That's the other thing. Reset in original Destiny is early in the morning. Now, the way you know if Xur is in the tower is based on this mark right over here. This purple mark here is Xur's mark. Anyway, to locate Xur is pretty easy. You're moving straight towards the Vanguard and Cade 6. God, I miss Cade. He made Destiny so much fun. Though I'll say this, if they get rid of Ghost, I'm leaving. At least Destiny 2. By the way, that's how you know if somebody has done the Nightfall. See the flaming lights around their heads? Yeah, these dudes did a Nightfall. You get that when you complete a Nightfall. Anyway, Xur, Agent of the Nine. As you can see, there's the Vanguard. Those are the exotic, that's where you reclaim your exotics at those like wall thingies. Weapons on that side, armor on the other. Anyway, so this week, first off, there is Zhalo Supercell. Anyway, I'm jumping ahead of myself. First off, you have the Legacy Engram, 29 strange coins for a year 1 legacy item. Again, I don't really feel it's worth it. I'd rather pick up more heavy ammo synths. I don't care. You can never have enough heavy ammo synths. My goal is 1,000 on each account. So 1,000 on PlayStation and 1,000 on Xbox. There's no crossplay in original Destiny. Anyway, for the Titan, you have the Peregrine Greaves. Airborne shoulder charge deals bonus damage. I don't know, that feels kind of underwhelming. Let me know, Titans. I mean, I'm sure airborne shoulder charge dealing bonus damage is a good thing. I believe that's an arced. Are you kidding me? Right. Anyway, I will continue, even as we return to the tower. Peregrine Greaves seems a bit underwhelming. Now, I can tell you this. You read the Hawkmoon is one of the weapons with the bundles, and Zhalo Supercell is the other one with the bundle. I can't remember which ornaments. However, I highly recommend you pick up Zhalo Supercell. Zhalo Supercell is a primary weapon that goes in your arc slot, which is great for things like, first of all, match game, which means you need to... Anyway, we're back in the tower. But Zhalo Supercell is great to have. So then you can be carrying 3 different elemental types. You can equip Zhalo in your primary, then get a, arc or a solar or void for your secondary, and basically you can have all 3 types. So I highly recommend Zhalo Supercell. It's also a pretty cool weapon. It's a bit like Risk Runner, but not 100%. I prefer Zhalo over Risk Runner. I know I've used Risk Runner in Destiny 2. Anyway, For the hunter, you have the young Ahamkara spine, increased trip mine grenade duration, gain an additional trip mine grenade charge. People have told me this is great in Crucible. I prefer, personally, if I'm going to go with something like that, to go with the Frosties. I tend to stick to the same exotics. You gain tighter turn radius and faster grenade and melee regeneration, which means you get more grenades. I'm sure the other one is great as well, especially if you then use, there's one of these, I've mentioned it before, that removes your super and adds, here it is, the Memory of Fellwinter. Lose your super, but gain 1 extra grenade and melee charge, and small boost to all stats. So if you compare the Memory of Fellwinter with the Ahamkara Spine, you probably have nonstop trip grenades. Trip mine grenades. Honestly, I have terrible aim with grenades. I need to just stop using the ones, where is it? The swarm grenades, and start practicing my aim. I've always used swarm grenades, which is a cheap way of doing things. But I like the swarm grenades too. I like how they float. So, but that's what I personally, let me know in the comments what you think of young Ahamkara's spine. As I said, I'm just a big Frosties person. I like having more grenades, especially if, what if you want to use Night Stalker? Then you could, using, Frosties means you get extra smoke grenades, which means you can go for longer period, for more time invisible, which is one of the great things about Night Stalker. Anyway, for the Warlock, you have the Heart of the Praxic Fire. When Radiance is active, increased agility and decreased ability cooldowns. That seems like a great thing. I'm pretty sure I have used Heart of the Praxic Fire. I'm pretty sure I do have it because I tend to favor Solar Warlock because I played Warlock. I'll admit it. I will not deny it, Warlocks. So I 100% admit it. I used Warlock for the self-res. That's it. I'm sorry, Warlocks. I know. I'm ashamed too. I'm really sorry. But when you're soloing stuff, self-res helps. So, yeah, I might have solely created a Warlock at one point for the self-res. Please don't hate me. But hey, I at least appreciate that part of it. Besides, and I will not deny it, the flaming swords of flaming awesomeness in Destiny 2 were flaming awesome. Won't deny it. I just don't like the jump. Sorry, Warlocks. But look, I can't change who I am. I'm a hunter at heart. A hunter resides within me. Next, we have Dragon's Breath, which I've used it a few times. I remember it being pretty cool. Not my big thing. I remember using the napalm. Release trigger after weapon fire to drop a solar damage napalm canister because I like flaming weapons of flaming awesomeness. I will not deny it. This is why in Warframe, my favorite Warframe is Ember Prime. That's it. I just like flaming awesomeness, okay? So that's why I constantly, whenever my default at this point has become Ember Prime. The moment I got Ember Prime, that was it. Which sucks because I have a ton of other Warframes I need to level up. But I keep resorting back to Ember Prime. Yeah. Alright. Surplus, expect to find more ammo for this weapon. Increased carried ammo capacity. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Quick draw. Who's next? A kill with the final round of the magazine. Increases reload speed. Yeah, if you don't get a kill if the final round... The problem is you instinctively keep reloading. So you know what? If I have a moment and I have one rocket left, I'm just going to reload. Increase warhead velocity. Speed reload. Blah, blah, blah. And what does the ornament look like if we... Oh, okay. I would have thought it would be a dragon. I would have wanted a dragon. That's just me. Anyway, then we have... I'm going to go with my favorite first. We have Zhalo Supercell and Shock Hazard. All right. I love Zhalo Supercell. I was saying as we were returning from orbit after being knocked out of the game. I highly recommend you pick it up if you don't have it. One of the great things about Zhalo Supercell, it is a primary weapon with an arc burn. That means you don't even have to do a raid to get one of these. This means, for example, if you have a match gaming effect and you need a weapon of each type of element, you can have arc solar and void at the same time. So I highly recommend. It's also just a cool weapon to use overall. I know people I've mentioned Risk Runner being similar in Destiny 2. Risk Runner is a SMG, whereas Zhalo Supercell is an auto rifle. It feels different, but it's similar. I prefer Zhalo. And it said, what was the toy shock hazard? So this is the ornament. This is the weapon without the ornament. I feel every time I see that, it reminds me like my cat. Looks like someone left their weapon lying around and a cat scratched it, which my guardian does have a pet cat. His cat's name is Traveler. Anyway, arc projectiles have the chance to chain lightning when enemies are close together, which is awesome. I've seen it. It's very awesome. This weapon grows more accurate the longer it is fired. And double kills with this weapon charge a small amount of super energy and return ammo to the magazine. I love this weapon. So I would highly recommend picking it up. Again, it's great for match game or arc burn, or those chances when you have arc burn and primary weapon burn. Then you'd have like double burn. So highly recommend you get it. Zhalo Supercell. How much is it? The problem is it's expensive, 30 silver coins and silver dust. I did make a video a while back about how to get strange coins. But in general, just play the game and do factions. Then you have Hawkmoon and Carrion, which I also have. Now, a lot of people have told me Hawkmoon is good. It's come up multiple times, and every single time I've said the same thing. I get why people like Hawkmoon, but I prefer Ace of Spades. I tend to focus on precision kills. So precision kills move one round from your ammo reserve to the magazine with Ace of Spades. So I also like the fact that in Destiny, original Destiny, the Ace of Spades is a hunter exclusive weapon. Sorry, you guys. Only hunters can use Ace of Spades, which to me gives it a little bit more meaning. It's because it's Cade 6's gun. So it would make sense that it would go to the hunters. In original Destiny, there was an exotic for the Titans, and there was an exotic for the Warlocks. But I don't know, maybe it's just me. Correct me in the comments, Warlocks and Titans. But those didn't feel like they had the same personal touch as the Ace of Spades. The Ace of Spades we know is basically Cade's gun. But I never got that feeling. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not really that big on that the weapon for the Titans was Zavala's gun. And I never got the same feeling for Ikora and the Warlock's gun. I know it was a fusion rifle for the Warlocks and an auto rifle for the Titans. But let me know down in the comments. Anyway, this is me going on about Ace of Spades. Hawkmoon. People like Hawkmoon. It's Hawkmoon and Carrion. Now, I do not, first of all, like the ornament you're getting. This is the ornament. It's called Carrion. I just don't like it. I don't know, because to me it feels like my guardian would wipe his weapon off. He doesn't want it to get, damaged, rusty. So I don't like Carrion. I like this one, Moon Glow, which isn't the one you get. So you get one random bullet in the magazine causes considerable damage. Now the magazine is 13. That means 1 out of the 13 will cause considerable damage. If you happen to not just randomly reload it, which I don't wait until I run out of bullets to reload. I'm constantly reloading. But then you have holding aces. 2 more random bullets in your magazine deal considerable bonus damage. That means when you have this weapon fully unlocked, 3 bullets will cause considerably more bonus damage. 3 out of 13. Now, for the sake of math, we're going to drop it to 12. So that means only 1/4, 25% of the bullets in this gun deal considerable damage. You have a 1 in 4 chance of shooting a bullet that does considerable more damage. Which to me, if I'm in the middle of a firefight, those aren't odds I really care to rely on. But that could just be me. I know a lot of people like Hawkmoon. I just never understood why. Because I felt that those chances weren't very good. Correct me in the comments. I'm always open to learning new things. Otherwise, how else can I get even better at Destiny if I'm not open to listening to what people say? And I do read all the comments. I might end up waiting a day or 2 if I leave my cell phone at home, and then I can't answer while I'm at work. So that's the one thing to keep in mind as well. And then when I get home from work, I forget because I want to play video games. So it takes me another day or 2 before I finally remind myself that I need to go back to the comments. But I do try to read all of them, and see what you guys have to say. Tell me how I can get better at the game. Always open for it. So let me know why everyone likes Hawkmoon so much. You know why I like Ace of Spades. It's my go-to gun when I'm not like, when I'm doing anything serious and difficult, I go for the Ace of Spades. Or I like Mida. I do like Suros Regime. I like to use an exotic in my primary slot simply because you get more ammo for it. So if I'm going to take advantage of having an exotic weapon with a special power, I might as well use a weapon that I have more bullets for. But I get, using that one powerful bullet with your heavy. So, and I have some really cool heavy exotics. I mean, I have Gjallarhorn, but it's on my level 12 hunter right now. Yeah, my level 12 hunter has a light 400 Gjallarhorn. Right, that's awesome. The problem, which is, by the way, when you put a light 400 weapon, because Iron Gjallarhorn has no level limit, the problem is all of the stuff that drops for you is unusable. So, like, I will get, because my light level is so ridiculously above what it's supposed to be at that level, and it's sort of like all the other stuff that drops has a level limit. So I'll be like at level 12 and I'll get gear and weapons that say you can't use until like level 23. And it's because I have a light level 400 rocket launcher. So all the rest of my gear is low leveled, but then I have that rocket launcher, which is awesome. So yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Share this with other Destiny people. Because, Destiny was the best game ever. And you can never have enough heavy ammo synths. Don't listen to them. That's the one thing that they get wrong in the comments. You can never have enough heavy ammo synths. Seriously, my goal is 1,000. Right now, my goal is 1,000. Maybe I should spend the weekend collecting strange coins so I can... How many do I have right now? 228. That's it. Just no. Anyway, hope to see you around the tower.